Olivia stood in front of the mirror, her hands trembling slightly as she adjusted her veil. Her best friend Rachel smiled reassuringly, gently smoothing Olivia's white satin gown. Everything was exactly as Olivia had planned. Perfect roses lined the aisles, soft music filled the church, and sunlight danced through stained glass windows. But the door suddenly swung open, shattering the peace. Her fiancé's mother, Evelyn, stepped inside, wearing an extravagant sapphire dress, a tight smile on her lips. Without greeting, Evelyn thrust a folder and pen toward Olivia. "Sign this immediately, or the wedding is cancelled," she demanded coldly. Olivia froze, her heart pounding, as Rachel exchanged a stunned look with her. This was supposed to be Olivia's happiest day. Olivia took a shaky breath, opening the folder. The papers outlined a prenuptial agreement filled with harsh terms. If their marriage ended, Olivia would leave with nothing. All earnings she'd make would become family property, managed solely by Evelyn. Worse, Evelyn demanded constant, unrestricted access to any future grandchildren. Olivia's heart sank as she read the final condition. If her fiancé Liam ever wanted a divorce, Olivia had to immediately leave their home empty-handed, forfeiting all rights to alimony. Disbelief quickly turned to anger. "You can't be serious," Olivia whispered, meeting Evelyn's icy gaze. Evelyn raised her chin defiantly. "Sign it, Olivia. Protect my son." At that moment, Liam stepped into the room, eyes darkening as he took in the tense scene before him. Liam approached Olivia carefully, taking the document from her trembling hands. His jaw tightened as he quickly scanned the pages, face reddening with every line. Without hesitation, he ripped the contract into pieces, scattering the fragments to the floor. Evelyn gasped in shock, her face turning pale. "What do you think you're doing?" she snapped. Liam stared back, unwavering. "I'm marrying Olivia, not a contract," he replied firmly. Then, to everyone's surprise, he calmly pulled another folder from his pocket and handed it to his mother. Evelyn's eyes widened in sudden fear as she opened it. Her hands trembled visibly. Liam leaned closer, voice low and steady. "Leave us alone, or everyone sees what's in there." Evelyn quickly closed the folder, gripping it tightly against her chest. Her usual confident demeanor crumbled as panic flashed in her eyes. She glared at Liam, voice shaking slightly. "Where did you get this?" Liam remained steady, his expression resolute. "It doesn't matter. Walk out quietly, or face the consequences." Evelyn hesitated, clearly weighing her options before silently turning on her heel and exiting. Rachel broke the tense silence with a nervous laugh. Well, that escalated quickly. Liam gently squeezed Olivia's hand, offering reassurance. Olivia's relief mixed with confusion. What exactly had Liam shown Evelyn? Trusting Liam fully, yet needing to know the truth, she softly asked, "What was in that folder?" Liam's voice was gentle but serious. All the secrets she never wanted anyone to know. Olivia and Liam exchanged vows, desperately trying to forget Evelyn's intrusion. The ceremony was beautiful, the air filled with happiness as guests clapped warmly. Yet Olivia felt uneasy. At the reception, she saw Evelyn seated confidently at the head table, sipping champagne, eyes locked sharply onto Olivia's every move. Olivia whispered nervously to Liam, "She wasn't invited. Why's she here?" Liam's jaw tightened, frustration evident, but he squeezed Olivia's hand gently. Olivia forced a smile, greeting guests, determined not to let Evelyn ruin their evening. But when dinner arrived, confusion spread. This wasn't the carefully selected menu they'd chosen months ago. Olivia's stomach twisted as the planner quietly explained, "Your mother-in-law made last-minute changes." Olivia felt anger rising. Evelyn's sabotage was clearly just beginning. The toasts began smoothly. Rachel spoke warmly, bringing laughter and tears. Liam's best friend charmed everyone with humorous stories. Olivia relaxed slightly until Evelyn abruptly stood, grabbing the microphone. The room instantly hushed. Evelyn's false smile gleamed, her voice sweet yet venomous. "We never thought Liam would settle. Such a successful man with countless options." Olivia's cheeks burned as Evelyn turned sharply toward her. "Yet some women are just very persistent, aren't they?" Awkward laughter echoed. Olivia's heart raced with humiliation. Evelyn's voice hardened, delivering her final jab. "I did my best to protect my son, but all I can do now is pray he didn't rush into a terrible mistake." Silence followed. Liam rose sharply, his chair scraping loudly. "Enough, mother." Chapter 7. Liam's commanding voice resonated through the silent hall. Evelyn stared, feigning innocence. I was just joking, she said, pretending offense. Liam took the microphone firmly from her grasp. You weren't even invited. Please leave now. Evelyn's face hardened with cold fury as she studied Liam, realizing he meant every word. She slowly turned her gaze to Olivia, sending a shiver down Olivia's spine. Without another word, Evelyn stormed out, heels clicking sharply. Olivia exhaled shakily, relieved yet uneasy. Liam whispered soothingly, "It's over now." But Olivia's intuition warned her otherwise. Though Evelyn had left physically, her presence lingered, poisoning the celebration. Still, they danced, smiled, and embraced friends, determined to reclaim their night. But Olivia knew deep down. Evelyn was far from finished. Chapter 8. Olivia and Liam's honeymoon was blissful, filled with sunshine, laughter, and peace. Far from Evelyn's shadow, they finally relaxed, believing the nightmare was over. But returning home, they were stunned. Half their belongings vanished. Furniture, electronics, cherished personal items. Panic flooded Olivia's veins until Liam spotted a neatly placed note on the kitchen counter. Olivia's heart sank as Liam read aloud Evelyn's cold message. "Since you refused a fair agreement, I'm protecting my son. He'll thank me later." Liam immediately called Evelyn, demanding answers. Her icy reply sent chills through Olivia. "I took what belongs to my son." When police arrived, they explained sadly it wasn't criminal. Evelyn still had a spare key. Olivia felt a cold dread realizing Evelyn had meticulously planned everything. Liam refused to be Evelyn's victim any longer. Determined, he confronted her over the phone once more. "Return everything, apologize, and leave us alone, or face the consequences," he demanded sharply. Evelyn's laughter echoed cruelly through the speaker. "You'd never dare," she sneered. "Watch me," Liam replied coldly, hanging up. Olivia watched silently, recognizing a shift in him. That night, Liam revealed the contents of the mysterious folder. Bank statements proving Evelyn's secret debts, forged signatures on loans, hidden accounts, and undeniable evidence of tax evasion. Olivia's eyes widened in shock. Liam's voice softened, yet remained firm. "She's left us no choice. We use this now." Olivia nodded slowly, realizing their only hope was to expose Evelyn's deception, ending her twisted game forever. The next day, Liam took the documents directly to authorities. Olivia stood beside him, feeling both relief and anxiety as he filed reports detailing Evelyn's crimes. Financial fraud, tax evasion, forgery. Authorities listened carefully, noting each accusation. But instead of Evelyn surrendering, she vanished without warning. Calls unanswered, messages ignored. Her sudden disappearance unnerved Olivia deeply. Then, a phone call from Liam's father revealed devastating news. Evelyn had drained their joint accounts, sold valuable family assets, and disappeared, leaving a note stating she'd start fresh somewhere new. Olivia's stomach churned uneasily, knowing Evelyn hadn't fled out of fear. This was calculated revenge. Liam's father's voice trembled with disbelief, finally understanding Evelyn's betrayal. Olivia felt helpless, sensing Evelyn's dangerous plans were far from complete. Soon, strange incidents occurred around Olivia and Liam. Anonymous calls questioned Olivia's integrity at work, accusing her falsely of dishonesty. Liam's employer received false reports claiming he'd embezzled money. Odd deliveries, rotten food, broken shoes, wilted flowers, began arriving at their doorstep. Fear crept into Olivia's heart, each new incident reminding them Evelyn remained dangerously close, watching their every move. Determined to protect their peace, Liam installed security cameras and immediately changed all locks. Yet Evelyn's intimidation intensified. Her relentless presence hovered invisibly around their home. One evening, returning late, Olivia sensed something sinister inside. She gasped sharply, discovering Evelyn's threatening note placed neatly on their bed. "I'll always be one step ahead." Olivia's fear deepened, knowing Evelyn still controlled their lives from afar. Feeling cornered, Olivia and Liam resolved to fight back aggressively. Carefully researching every financial record Evelyn left behind, they traced her movements until finally discovering her critical mistake. Evelyn had purchased a house in another state using Liam's stolen identity. Liam's relief turned quickly to determination. Together, they alerted authorities, providing detailed evidence of identity theft, fraud, and Evelyn's ongoing manipulation. Days passed anxiously, awaiting Olivia's nerves frayed until one evening, Liam's phone rang. The police had arrested Evelyn at her new residence, completely surprising her. Olivia's heart surged with satisfaction. Evelyn, master manipulator, had finally lost control. Evelyn's frantic call from jail begging Liam for mercy went unanswered. Liam's cold reply, "I'm protecting myself," echoed Evelyn's own harsh words, ending their long emotional battle. Despite Evelyn's arrest, Olivia felt lingering anxiety. Evelyn had manipulated others effortlessly for years. Would she truly face consequences now? Determined to see justice served, Olivia accompanied Liam to every court hearing. Evelyn entered silently, looking frail and disheveled, yet her eyes remained piercing, calculating. She avoided their gaze, playing the victim with practiced sorrow. Her lawyer argued passionately, blaming misunderstandings, emotional distress, even portraying Evelyn as a protective mother driven by desperation. But the judge listened calmly, unmoved by Evelyn's performance. The evidence, presented methodically, proved overwhelming. Olivia watched Evelyn's confident facade crumble as reality set in. When sentenced to 6 years in prison for fraud and identity theft, Evelyn glared directly at Liam, bitterly whispering, "This is your fault," refusing responsibility until the very end. Leaving the courtroom, Olivia finally breathed deeply, hopeful the nightmare had ended. Yet a deeper peace still eluded them. Evelyn's punishment, although justified, didn't erase the emotional scars she'd inflicted. Recognizing this, Liam sought one final act of closure. He legally severed Evelyn's control, permanently barring her from their finances, assets, and future family. With a firm resolve, he secured a permanent restraining order, guaranteeing distance even after Evelyn's release. Most significantly, Liam officially changed his last name, symbolically breaking all ties. Olivia saw the weight lifting from Liam's shoulders as he signed the papers, reclaiming his independence. Evelyn's lifelong grip shattered in that single decisive moment. Together, they left behind Evelyn's shadow, determined never to let her manipulation define their happiness again. Life without Evelyn's interference felt unfamiliar, yet freeing. Olivia and Liam slowly reclaimed their routines, rediscovering joy in small, ordinary moments. Liam's father, liberated from Evelyn's control, began exploring the world. Unexpectedly, he found happiness again, meeting a kind woman who quickly embraced Liam and Olivia as family. Olivia noticed Liam smiling more easily now, wounds healing gradually under genuine love. Yet quietly, Olivia worried Evelyn's poison might resurface someday, threatening their newfound peace. Her fears briefly reappeared when, years later, a single letter arrived bearing Evelyn's prison stamp. Liam studied it silently, unread, before firmly tossing it into the fireplace, watching calmly as flames devoured its secrets. Turning warmly toward Olivia, he reassured her softly, "She has no power here anymore." Time allowed Olivia and Liam to rebuild completely. Their love strengthened, no longer strained by Evelyn's toxic influence. Olivia's career thrived, freed from Evelyn's sabotaging rumors. Liam found renewed respect professionally, no longer haunted by false accusations. Together they built a home filled with warmth, laughter, and security, a sharp contrast to Evelyn's carefully orchestrated chaos. Holidays, once tense and stressful, became joyful celebrations with Liam's father and new family. Evelyn's imprisonment faded gradually from their daily thoughts, becoming merely a distant, painful memory. But Olivia never fully forgot, occasionally catching herself glancing cautiously over her shoulder, habit lingering from years of paranoia. Liam gently reassured her each time, promising Evelyn was finally powerless, imprisoned by her own actions, leaving Olivia hopeful, yet cautiously aware. 6 years passed quietly, Evelyn's imprisonment becoming a distant memory. Olivia and Liam thrived, welcoming a beautiful daughter named Emma, whose laughter filled their home with joy. Life felt peaceful, yet Olivia occasionally wondered if Evelyn would return, changed or bitter. Her fears were confirmed when, unexpectedly, a parole notification arrived. Evelyn would soon be released early due to good behavior. Olivia's heart raced, her anxiety instantly resurfacing. Liam remained calm, reminding her gently of their protective legal boundaries. Still, Olivia felt unsettled, memories flooding back vividly. One evening, while tucking Emma into bed, Olivia noticed a car idling suspiciously outside their home. Heart-pounding, she realized Evelyn's shadow might never fully fade, always lingering nearby, waiting silently, threatening the peaceful life they had rebuilt. Days later, Evelyn approached Liam and Olivia in public for the first time in years. Age had softened Evelyn physically, but her cold stare remained unchanged. Olivia instinctively shielded Emma, tension rising sharply. Evelyn spoke quietly, tone surprisingly humble, asking for forgiveness. Liam's response was firm but compassionate. We forgive, but we can't forget. Evelyn's eyes welled briefly before regaining composure. Without arguing, she turned away silently, understanding her place in their lives had vanished permanently. Olivia felt relief mixed with sorrow. Years wasted on bitterness and revenge. Watching Evelyn walk away, Olivia recognized the freedom forgiveness provided, finally releasing their family from Evelyn's lingering emotional grasp. Emma innocently asked who the woman was. Olivia smiled gently, replying softly, "Someone from our past, sweetheart." With Evelyn's presence truly behind them, Olivia embraced the future fully. Liam's father happily remarried, finding genuine love and warmth he'd missed for years. Family gatherings overflowed with laughter and comfort, contrasting sharply with past anxiety. Liam often remarked how freeing life felt, no longer burdened by control or hidden motives. Olivia, too, flourished professionally, gaining confidence without fear of sabotage. Emma grew surrounded by unconditional love, unaware of past conflicts, only knowing joy. Occasionally, Olivia reflected on the emotional toll Evelyn took, wondering briefly how their story could have differed without conflict. But ultimately, gratitude prevailed. Through adversity, their love deepened immeasurably, becoming stronger and unbreakable. Olivia finally felt a deep peace, knowing Evelyn's chapter in their lives had ended completely, opening space for genuine happiness. Years later, Olivia and Liam sat peacefully on their porch, watching Emma play carefree in their garden. Life had healed beautifully, scars fading softly into lessons learned. Reflecting quietly, Olivia understood clearly how resilience, trust, and forgiveness shaped their family. They'd overcome darkness, emerging stronger, more unified. Liam gently squeezed her hand, sensing her thoughts. Olivia smiled warmly, fully content in the quiet, joyful life they'd carefully rebuilt together. Evelyn's power had permanently vanished, replaced by unwavering peace and love. Olivia felt genuinely grateful, knowing their challenging journey brought valuable wisdom and clarity about the true meaning of family, love, and boundaries. What did you think of Olivia and Liam's story? Could you have forgiven Evelyn after everything she'd done? Leave your thoughts below. If you enjoyed this emotional roller coaster, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories like this.